Hello everyone. Today we're going to be talking about the Pioneer 1 limited edition. Okay, customary wrist shot. I'm wearing my Polar today. This is the old reference, the 40 millimeter one. I put it on leather. Actually, yesterday I noticed like the bracelet was fitting me a little bit loose. Changing weather out here, so I got it on the BNS leather strap. It'll come on these. It's basically a bead blasted finish. Gives it a very toolish look. It's got the vintage loom on it. A lot of people don't like the vintage loop. I think on this particular example, I mean, it looks. I think it ties the whole watch very good. I mean, it gives it a more gives it a little bit of warmth. It simplifies the watch so much. The standard edition actually comes with just regular brushing and polishing on the case. This one is of course bead blasted, but and I think just the loom on it kind of ties it, gives it a very good warm touch to it. Otherwise, it would be very toolish, very almost like kind of like very titanium looking. But I think the vintage loom kind of works well on it. It's got a friction bezel, unidirectional, and it's got the red ceramic inlay right there. You can kind of see it. Very Hanhart. That's kind of like their signature. The red. They typically do it on the chrono pusher. Of course, they're known for their chronographs. This watch is actually their first three-hander non-chronograph watch. So I think Hanhart they heard the demand for it, and it turned out to be quite a popular watch. It's got the Sellita SW200 movement. This one comes with a solid case back. The standard production model's got an exhibition case. This is a solid. You can kind of see it's got a serialized. This is unit 107 out of 150. Nicely decorated case back. It looks like you also need like a special tool to open it up. Crown. It's not a screw down crown. And basically, when it's pushed in, you can kind of wind it. Very smooth winding. Pull it out. First position, this one being the limited edition with no date, doesn't do anything. But then you can pull it up to the second position, and then you can set the time. You can see the seconds hand hacking, so pretty standard stuff. So push it back in, runs again. Dial, pretty cool on this one. You can kind of pick it up. It's got like a little step down dial on it. Kind of see where the numbers. It kind of seems like they're just kind of like floating in there. Just an awesome watch overall. Let's look at the sign crown, of course. It's a big crown too. The fluted bezel kind of matches the crown as well. Sapphire crystal. No AR coating on it, as far as I can tell. You can kind of see the reflections on it. But again, it goes back to the whole toolish. I mean, it's made to be worn, of course. Let's see, it's a 42 millimeter case. Right at 42. With the crown, we're about 47. So it's a big crown. Makes it super easy to touch or to wind anyways. Thickness, I also have a thickness of let's see, right about a little over 11 millimeters. So super thin, very easy on the wrist. What makes this one so wearable though is the lug to lug. So let me show you guys that one. Okay, I can get a good grip on it. So right about 49.5 millimeters on the lug to lug. So even though it's a 42 millimeter, it actually wears quite nicely. It comes on this leather strap with those it's got like a bead blasted rivets on it, both sides. Looks pretty good. It's kind of a thick strap too, so very pilot. Very pilot like very what you can expect from a German watch, really. You know, stitching on the bracelet or on the strap. You know, gives it a little bit of contrast on the kind of like the distressed leather look on it. You can see the sign buckle right there. Pretty simple buckle, to be honest. I would have wished it were a little bit bigger. You know, when you actually strap it in, you know, it fits the strap perfectly, but I wish it would have been a little bit bigger maybe. But it feels very good on the wrist though. All right, so let me kind of show you guys the packaging on this thing, because it actually looks, the packaging is kind of interesting on them. So let's cut to that. Open up the box, and then you got this pretty cool leather pouch for it. So you take out, and then you got like your standard got your warranty card. You know, nothing special. This one is serialized, so I really don't mind showing it. Got a little polishing cloth, and then the instruction manual. Get into the actual leather wallet. It's got a really nice a suede, kind of like a suede feel on it on the inside. It's actually got like a nice like strong like leather smell to it, which is kind of like, it kind of hits, you know, like not just the visual but also like the smell senses. You know, it's very actually it makes a very nice first impression. So unbutton the straps, and then there it is. So pretty cool packaging. Okay, so back to the watch. Another thing I like to mention on this one is the minute and seconds hand. Let's see if I can capture it on the video, but you can kind of see like the on the tip of the minute hand. You kind of see like it's got like a curve. It kind of curves down a little bit. I think that was a nice little detail. And then see if I can follow the seconds hand. It actually has the same thing. You can kind of see like the red tip on the seconds hand. It actually curves down a little bit. You can kind of see it right there. So just a fun, like nice little detail that they did here. So, you know, Hanharts are made. You know, the red makes them. They're kind of known for like the red pusher on the chronograph. I was reading some while doing research for this thing that I guess there's a legend that that the red came from the lover of one of the pilots that put her nail polish on the basically put her red nail polish on the pusher to kind of remind her lover, her pilot lover of her, basically while he was out, you know, out in his missions. But the truth is a little bit different though. The truth is basically the red pusher is kind of to signal the pilots to like not zero out their watch while in the middle of a mission, you know, and that's the last thing you want. You know, you set your timer and then by accident you push it. So that's basically the truth of it. But still, you know, a very, very cool piece of history from Hanhart, you know, that red. And this one is actually, I think I mentioned this earlier, but that's actually a ceramic inlay right there. So it's never gonna scratch. So should you get it? You know, it's a definitely cool watch. Like I said, I picked this up on a trade. I don't know if I'm gonna keep it or not. You know, it's got there's some key differences between this one and the standard one. You know, if you prefer like the more tool look with the bead blaster finish, then this is a watch for you. Of course, you got like the vintage lume on it. You know, it's not for everybody. I personally like it, and it's become such a common thing nowadays that you know, it's just really just another color wave. You know, it looks kind of, you know, it got like the beige lume, and then you got like on the hands you got like the white surrounds on it. I mean, it really looks really nice. And then the white surrounds or the white frame on the hands kind of matches the minute track. So I think it ties well together. You know, if you prefer like the just your standard brushing and polishing, then I would definitely go with the just like the regular production model. The regular production model is actually available in 3 colors. You have the black dial, then you have a blue dial, and then also there's also a white dial, white, black, blue. Oh, and there's also a gray one actually. So you can actually get it like in 4 colors, I guess. So that's kind of neat. You know, I haven't experienced these very much. This is the only one I've ever actually got an opportunity to handle. So also, if you prefer like the exhibition case back, then the standard production model is the way to do it. But of course, there's some exclusivity, right, with limited editions. You know, this is limited to 150. It's actually still available through the Watch Buys site. So if you want to purchase like a brand new one, you can get it there for, you know, a little bit over $1,100. You know, $1,100 is nothing. You know, it's not a super expensive watch, but it's also not a cheap watch. You know, at that price point, you can get you know, there's several scents available at that price point. You know, if you're looking for, you know, if you go secondhand, you can get like a, you know, like a Zen, like a chronograph, you know, a 103. If you want to stay with the, you know, with the two-hander, there's also a lot of options from Zen and Damasco. But if you want something like very unique and different, and of course Hanhart, I mean, they're the only ones with this bezel. I mean, let's just look at that bezel, that fluted bezel. It's just gorgeous. You know, it definitely pops. All right, so here's the lume. I'm not in a completely dark room, but you can kind of see it. So you can kind of see how it glows. Very nice indeed. So, okay. All right, so just to conclude the video, I'm gonna put it on my wrist, and you can kind of guys see what it looks like. Like I mentioned, I got my wrist is about 7/3/8, so not a small wrist, but also not overly huge. All right, so here it is. So kind of see, there's the buckle. I have heard some complaints that people with larger wrists are having a hard time with the strap. I mean, as you can see on my wrist, I mean, it fits just about perfect. I mean, I can't complain, very comfortable. I think if you're looking at Hanharts, I mean, more than likely you're gonna be looking at the chronographs, which of course they're a little bit more pricey being that it's a chronograph. But if you want the look and just the simplicity of the movement, you know, these movements are relatively cheap to service and down the road. You know, the cost is gonna be a much thinner watch, much more wearable. So if you just like the look of the Hanhart but really don't care for the chronograph, I mean, this is not a bad option, really. I mean, I kind of highlighted the differences in the limited edition versus the standard edition. I mean, you can't go wrong with either. I picked this one up on a trade, like I said. If I were buying one, I mean, I would probably just go with the standard edition with the date window on it. I think the date it's always nice to have. You know, the vintage lume, I think it works well on this one, but I think I would probably go with like the white dial version standard. I actually like some polishing on my watches. You know, the polishing and the brushing, the date, the crisp white dial. I think that would maybe be a better fit for me personally, but I mean, if you like the exclusivity of a limited edition with I know the vintage lume is just so popular right now. You know, why wouldn't it be? It looks so gorgeous. So anyways, so here it is. Anyways, hope you liked the video. Like I said, this is my first video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. You know, if you have any comments, questions, more information on this watch, I'm by no means an expert on it. I'm just trying to give you guys a review of a watch that, you know, I don't see very often. So anyways, thanks for watching, and hope you enjoyed this video. See you on the next one.